Hello, I am Randy Erwin, NFFE National President, with an important message for NFFE IAM members everywhere. I know that many of you have been hearing news in recent weeks about our nation reaching its debt ceiling and the fact that if an agreement is not reached to extend it in the coming days, that our nation would default on its debt, likely triggering an economic catastrophe for our country. In addition, if the default date is reached, it is highly likely that all government operations, from keeping our military ready to caring for our nation's veterans, from maintaining our public lands to issuing passports and thousands of other services critical to the American people, would immediately cease. Not only would this be disastrous for our country, it could also put the livelihoods of every federal employee nationwide in serious jeopardy. The same can be said for government contractors and those working in a multitude of industries funded by federal programs. I want you to know that your union is doing everything possible, everything that it can to protect you and to keep you informed about what is actively happening, and finally to communicate what would happen in case of a default. We have been in contact daily with the White House, leaders of federal agencies, and key congressional offices. We have been sharing concerns of NFFE IAM members and, to the best of our ability, making known the dire stakes associated with the default. While we have clearly expressed the need for clear guidance from the administration on how a default-related shutdown would play out, we have received remarkably few facts about how it would actually happen at this point. We have been extremely frustrated by this lack of certainty and a clearly articulated plan. I want you to know that we will continue to demand answers from congressional leaders and the administration in the coming days and weeks if necessary. I have NFFE's staff on high alert for any news related to the debt ceiling, and we will communicate any relevant information we receive to you as soon as we receive it. We understand there is considerable anxiety out there about the failure of Congress to extend the debt ceiling and what that means for our families, our communities, and the country as a whole. For starters, we want to know if a default occurs, do federal employees return to work? Will workers get their paychecks? Will health care continue? Of course, our concerns go far beyond these, but we want answers. I do believe the fact of the matter at this point is nobody really knows how things will play out at this point. We are in an unprecedented situation, and there are so many unknowns to account for. That's not very comforting, given how close we actually are to default, but we will continue to pursue those answers vigorously. So here is what I would like you to do. First, call your member of the U.S. House of Representatives and urge them to avoid a default on our national debt. You can call the Capitol switchboard at area code 202-224-3121. Please make that call as soon as possible. Second, please be on the lookout for any information from agencies related to this topic and communicate those things to NFFE as soon as possible. Third and finally, go to the NFFE.org website to find the latest information on this matter. We will be posting updates in the featured yellow section on the main page just above NFFE News and sharing it on social media platforms as well. Before I go, let me just say thank you for your membership in this union and for all you do every day in service to the American people. Thank you.